What's up, guys? Welcome to Wisdom Outdoors. It is Firearm Friday here on the channel. I just got 4 firearms in. Today we're doing a European firearm special, so it's going to be fun. I'm not going to do them all in one video. It's going to be too long, but we're going to be unboxing an SKS today that's just arrived from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Big shout out to Halifax Army Navy. Ron, you rock. Check them out. Just put Halifax Army Navy into Google. Awesome store. A lot of great prices. It was like, $25 to have this shipped from back east. So awesome shipping. I bought a ton of weapons from them before. So love it. Worth checking out. The list on the website's not always up to date. They get a lot of stuff in and out. So make sure you call or email. Ask them what they have in stock. Friendly staff. Really awesome prices as well. So this is it. This is my new SKS. Going to talk a bit about this. I've also got a spam can, 550 rounds that just came in from Western Canada. So I'm going to go ahead and open that too. I'll try to make this not too long. I'm going to talk a bit about the rifle, and then we're going to crack open that spam can. Let's get into it. So this is the SKS-45. This is a Soviet model made in 1952. If it has a star up here, it was made at the Tula factory. If there's a little triangle, it's made at the Ikshvek factory. Probably pronouncing that wrong, but they had 2 different factories. Mine is a Tula, 1952, which is the same year my father was born, so I thought that was pretty cool. And this is really represents a transitional period for the USSR in between the old Mosin Nagant, which is an amazing rifle, which came from the late 1800s. They used that throughout World War I, throughout World War II. And often what happens in wartime is the technology goes, advances a lot. A lot of the stuff we use today and sort of take for granted was developed in wartime. But they didn't use it that long, I think it came out in 1945. And pretty quickly, they adapted a lot of this technology into a fully automatic AK-47, which came out sort of in the mid-50s. So it's a beautiful transition piece. The Russians didn't use it for all that long. But what happened with all these, millions of them were produced in the 1950s after World War II, during the beginning of the Cold War. But then they got shipped around the world, right? This is what the Viet Cong used against the Americans in Vietnam. This is what was used when the Russians were fighting the Mujahideen in the 80s. The 6-Day War in Israel, this is what Egypt had. These got sent to Africa, South America, all over the world, Asia. And they were used in a lot of different wars around the world from their inception right up until today. I mean, in Iraq, this was used, and even today in a lot of the conflicts around the world, in the Middle East especially, the SKS is a very popular weapon. So I think it's my favorite rifle. I've owned these in the past. The price has gone up. I'm not going to say what I paid for it, but definitely I used to buy these for $230 at Cabela's, and you just look like the Mosin Nagant when they used to be in stock before COVID, and they would just open the crates and sell it. You wish you would have bought 10 at a time when they were $200, because the price has tripled, if not more, lately. Having said that, it's just a reliable, awesome rifle. Let's take a look at it here. So this is the bayonet. This folds out. Beautiful wooden stock. Show you the accessories really quick. This is the ammo patch. So you would have your rounds. Once I open it in a second, you'll see I'll get those on the stripper clips. You can put your stripper clips in. You can just smell the history on that. Pretty cool. This is the toolkit, which is awesome as well. This actually fits in a hole on the back of the stock. I can break the whole gun down to its smallest parts using just the tools in this kit. So it's pretty cool. And there's a round hole just on the back of your stock here. I'll show you that in a second, but it slides in there. And so you're pretty equipped. If you were a soldier and you were Viet Cong using this in the tunnels, or you're a Mujahideen fighter fighting the Soviet Union, and you'll be able to break this down, keep it clean, because the ammo we're going to open is corrosive. The Russians would have to piss down the barrel. I recommend a good bore solvent, and not your average bore solvent. It's very corrosive. The primers on these they have salt in them. So you really want to clean it after each use. It's kind of a pain in the ass, I'll be honest with you, but it's also therapeutic for me. I enjoy it, taking a gun apart, cleaning it, putting it back together, could actually be fun and sort of part of the process of shooting. So if you enjoy that type of thing, but don't buy this, or certainly don't use the corrosive milsurp ammo if you're lazy and you just want, you want to throw your gun back in the safe after. I really don't recommend that because it's highly corrosive, this stuff. It will literally destroy your firearm. So it's good if you want to go out, do some plinking, and then come back, take it apart, immediately clean it. Think of it almost like a muzzleloader, or any of those weapons that use the more corrosive powder. You definitely want to keep it clean. So I'll show you the other accessories here. This is the oil bottle. It's still covered in cosmoline. Love that smell, man. So that's the oil pouch that comes with it. So it's nice to have the full kit. This is a matching number, SKS. If you're looking for collector value, what would happen is they would come back after a conflict, after some time in the field, and they would kind of Frankenstein them back together if something was damaged. So some of the guns are sort of mismatched. This one has matching numbers all over on the stock, on the magazine, throughout. So that's definitely something you want to look for. So I think I'm going to open this ammo crate before we get any farther into the video. Again, this is unloaded, so I'm just going to slide the gun out of the way here. And I'm going to go ahead and open this Spam can. So this is how ammo comes. I have my Kabar US Army knife here, which just came in too. I was going to do a full video about that. It's sharp as hell, man. I love these things. And this is the issue US Army. Nice. So this is a cool thing here. This is how it comes in. 550 rounds in here, and it should make a psh sound when we open it. I'm just going to go ahead and get this up here. There's a little tab there, and we use this key kind of like when you open a can of sardines. So it should be cryovac. Vac sealed, right? So let's just make sure. Austin, do you want to come watch this, dude? So let's listen. Wow, yeah, I did hear a little hiss there. So let's see. This is pretty cool. The last batch I bought was from the year I was born, 1982. Let's see when these were manufactured. I believe all of these Eastern Bloc communist countries. I'll keep talking about the SKS while I open this, but this gun was also made in China after. So while the Russians only manufactured it in the mid 1950s and then switched to the AK, this was made throughout the world: Yugoslavia, China, the country I visited recently, Albania. So a lot of countries loved the style, picked this up, and started making them themselves. So you can get Chinese versions. This is an original Russian version. You can get Yugos, you can get different kinds. So this is cool. I'm just chopping this can open here. And again, the price, oh shit, just like the price of the guns has gone up, the price of the ammo has gone up too, I think Russia's actually running low on ammo in their little conflict there over with the Ukraine. Oh, that's tough to open. So, so the price of ammo has also gone up. Having said that, you can get it on sale. I was able to pick some up on sale on Black Friday, and it was about $250 for this can. Jesus Christ. What am I going to do? There we go. All right. I'm going to be able to pull it open here. Boy, I can smell the communism on that. And I think this is probably going to be Chinese Norinco. There was no stamps on it. But it might also be Russian. We'll see. This is what it looks like as we get into it here. Wow, there's a cool smell in there. And it's another little pull. There we go. And you can imagine yourself in conflict time opening this up. If you were the Viet Cong dug into those tunnels waiting for the Americans to come. I think this might be on stripper clips. That's pretty cool. Is it already on stripper clips? I don't know. It is, dude. That is badass. I actually ordered some. Wow, so that's how it comes. And that explains why it was so big. So again, this is a steel shell, copper covered. These are going to be full metal jacket, corrosive. Let's check out the year. that it was manufactured. 73, isn't that cool? I don't know if you can see that, but it has a 73 stamped on the back. So this is older. Isn't that crazy? 50 years later to come out of this can, hermetically sealed on the stripper clip. Very cool. Very cool. So that would be a lot faster. If you were dug in, you know, fighting the Americans, and you wanted your ammo to be quickly loaded, you know, and you were fighting, loading these in. I'll show you how it loads up in a second. But that's cool that it's already on stripper clips. That makes things a lot faster. So really cool. Check this out. And wow, it smells great, man. That hasn't breathed since the 1970s. 50 years that ammo has been in there. This is not for hunting. What we use in modern hunting rifles, well, a lot of people do hunt with the SKS, and I certainly do recommend it. I think it's really fun. You want to go ahead and order special hunting rounds for this rifle. These are full metal jacket, so it's even illegal in a lot of places to hunt with full metal jacket. You want to use a soft tip or a hollow point if you're hunting. There's reasons for that. While this will kill people, and this was made to knock man down, so it would actually absolutely take a deer down, because it won't expand in the same way that a soft point will when it hits your target. It might pass right through the deer, so your deer will die, but you're not going to be able to find it. It's going to take that deer longer to die, where modern hunting ammunition has that soft point. It will expand, mushroom, and do a lot more damage, and will drop your deer in its tracks, whereas this stuff is going to pass right through him. Makes it dangerous for whatever's behind your target, and it means your deer will likely go a lot farther before eventually succumbing to his wounds. So don't recommend this for hunting. Definitely fun for plinking and cheap. You know, this is awesome. Just remember to clean your rifle after. Awesome. Let's just take a little closer look. This is fun, man. So I got my ammo crate here. I'll go ahead and load this up. Put these away. Pretty cool. And I think I got 550 rounds in this. This is badass. Look at this, guys. Really cool. Yeah, and it's all from 73. Really odd smell. Smells good though, you know. Smells like an, I don't know. It just smells really cool. Good smell, almost like paint. Very cool. And this galvanized container here, pretty awesome. It's heavy shit. So that's cool. So I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say about it. I did want to just give you a slightly closer view. Again, I checked this earlier. It is unloaded. This is the rifle I just got from Ron's Army Navy in Halifax. I'll just go ahead and flat bayonet out, show you what it looks like at the bayonet, like that. So you can imagine, as an American, why they feared the Viet Cong so much. If you were coming through a tunnel and there was a little dude with one of those hats on holding this, you know. So again, it was replaced by the AK-47, but a beautiful rifle with amazing technology. It recuperates some of the energy from that shot in order to expel the round and chamber the next one. So semi-automatic, as fast as you can pull the trigger, this thing will shoot. Again, you're in the foxhole, you want to load it up, you go ahead and put it like this. There's a little slot there that will hold that stripper clip. Obviously, we in Canada, because we're a nation of anti-gun pussies, this is going to be pinned at 5. But these were made to hold 10. It's made to hold each of the rounds in this stripper clip, but they've pinned that. I'm not going to comment on how easy it would be to take that pin off, but that would be illegal and not something you would want to do in Canada. So this is legal here. It's not restricted. I do have my RPAL, my restricted possession and acquisition license, but you actually don't need it. That's certainly something that Mr. Trudeau has been trying to change. But for now, this is not even a restricted gun here in Canada. So it's really cool, and you don't need an R-PAL, a regular PAL. You can use this, and you don't even need to bring it to the range. You can shoot anywhere you want. So I highly recommend picking one up. I think Ron's Army Navy, they had a couple more in stock. It can slam fire, so just be careful of that. You know, it is a military antique. It's not a modern hunting rifle, so after you pull the trigger once, people have reported it firing again, so just be super careful with these as well. You always want to just be super careful. This is a deadly weapon. This is the same round as the AK-47. So it's not something to mess around with. It's not a toy, and it can really kill. So just don't ever forget that. Awesome, guys. Well, if you have any comments or more information about the SKS, go ahead and let me know in the comments. For the sight too, it goes from 100 to 1,000 meters. Obviously effective range at about 400 meters or 440 yards. You know, I wouldn't be taking a shot at a deer anywhere beyond that, but you just slide this up, you know, so you can adjust your scope. If I set it to 3, well, that's 300 meters. If I slide it up to 4, that's 400 meters. And you're gonna go ahead and line up the iron sights and take a shot. Some guys do put a scope on it. I certainly wouldn't. Just because I like to keep it the way it was meant to be, and a really fun all-around rifle should be part of your collection. Get one now before the price goes up again. They're retailing, you know, Chinese, you can get them for $450 for a real Russian, especially considering what's happening with Russia globally right now. The price has shot up to $700, $800, $900, which is kind of crazy, but I still recommend picking one up. Still an awesome rifle. It looks good on the wall. They're fun to shoot. They're cheap to shoot too. So go ahead, pick one up, and let me know what you think in the comments. This is a great time. If you've been watching this video for 17 minutes, I would really appreciate you subscribing to the channel. As I said, I'm going to do more unboxing. I got a beautiful Browning AB3 in 300 Win mags that I'm about to open up. We got that shotgun that came in from England, 180-year-old double barrel shotgun. So if those interest you, those videos, I'm going to record them now, and just check. They should be right there on my channel. But hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If I've made a bunch of mistakes and I have my head up my ass as far as the SKS, let me know in the comments. I'm here to learn as well. So anyways, that's it. That's my new SKS. Love it. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button. Wisdom Outdoors out.